Hello there, how you doing yet again? Right. The reason I brought all this Game of Death stuff out is I'm going to tell you about what I like about Game of Death and what I don't like about it. Right. Now we'll start off with, I'll call them pros and cons. We'll start off with all the pros. Now the main pro is Bruce. All the fights that Bruce done for Game of Death. And I know we only got about, 9 minutes, 10 minutes in the UK version because Dan Inosanto's fight was cut out. But we eventually got to see them all and they look bang on. And I'd love to see a film made one about that. I think Artport done a kind of better version than Game of Death. Or Robert Clousey's Game of Death. Right, so firstly you get the iconic tracksuit that he wore, one piece. You get the nunchucks, trainers, bracelet. There's a green bamboo cane. I'd love to get a hoodie, but can't find it anywhere. But very, very cool. And it looked great in it. Looked absolutely spot on in it. Then you've got John Barry's score. You get the 7-inch single there. I think it suits the film to a T. It's a cool score. It's not as good as Lalo Schifrin's, but it is a very cool score. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Right, keep moving stuff around a bit. I say the fights that Bruce done, the 3 fights that he actually done, the extended versions we got to see were some of the best up there. The reason I brought him is because I love that fight with Dan Inosanto, the Nunchaka battle. I think that is spot on. Ranks up there with the Chuck Norris fight for Way the Dragon. That reminds me of the titles when they were doing the music was playing and you seen Bitsy, Bruce and Chuck fighting for Way the Dragon. I thought that was very well done. And the end titles when Colin Camp sung that song, and it was a wee bit of fitting tribute to Bruce. I quite enjoyed that. I thought that bit was very well made. So that's all the pros. Now we're getting into the cons. The biggest con it is Robert Clouse was brought back to direct a movie. I wouldn't let that man direct traffic for it, but to be honest with you, he made 1 or 2 good movies, and the rest are all mince. And this is my opinion. I don't like it. Quite a few of his movies, didn't really like them. When he remade Enter the Dragon as Force 5, what a bloody travesty that was. So that was him. Now, Raymond Chow, this movie was a total cash grab. They cashed in, they had footage there of Bruce, they wanted to cash in and make more money off him, and they made a ton of money. So to me that's a con, because it could have been a fitting tribute and it wasn't, right? Certain bits in the movie they're just pathetic in my opinion. After the titles and Bruce goes back to the trailer and Steiner's there, Hugh O'Brien's character, you see Bruce standing in the doorway, and it's an Enter the Dragon shot with a CGI towel wrapped around his neck. Give us a break. But it'll get worse than that. It's when he was sitting down in front of the mirror and Steiner's coming out with all his garbage. Said he's going to sign for him and all this stuff. And when he puts the cane with the blade on his shoulder, you could tell it's a photograph taped to a mirror. And it's for the big boss, or it looks for the big boss. Nah, I'm sorry. Then when they started taking inserts for Bruce's other movies to put them into shots in the thing to see, oh, this is the real Bruce Lee. The shots for these other movies didn't match what the scenes were in for Game of Death. Did not match at all. Absolutely. Anyway. Now, I'm not going to say anything about the fights that involve Bruce. Some of them are really good. Some of them, the fight in the locker room with Bob Wall and I call them lookalikes. But that was quite cool, apart from a bit with the speed upper kick and all that carry on. That just didn't look right at all. Some of the other fights weren't too bad. It's a sin that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar refused to come back and film scenes and all. That would have been cool if he had come back. Dan Inosanto come back, which was alright. Bob Wall was there, he just wanted money. Bob Wall was there to make money, that was it. Have you heard the way Bob Wall talks about certain things? Even Bob Wall said that the part of the locker scene was filmed by Bruce Lee. No, it wasn't. He's talking about a hole in his ass. No, it wasn't. I had a lot of respect for him at one time, but he kept bad-mouthing Bruce at times. He'd be praising him up to hell and bad-mouthing him after hell. Can't be annoyed with that crap. Stick to one. The biggest insult, in my opinion, was using Bruce's real funeral as Billy Lowe's funeral. That should never have been allowed to happen. That was degrading. It was just an insult to the man. And the Lee Estate should have stepped in and says, there's no effing way you're going to use that footage. no chance. But it didn't. It is in the movie. It is what it is. But I just don't like that bit at all. As I say, Klaus, nah. We know Game of Death made a ton of money when it came out. Made quite a bit of money when it came out. So they decided to do a Game of Death 2, which is nothing to do with Game of Death. Should have stuck to Tower of Death. So here we go. What version should you watch? No, that one. That's the theatrical version. And it is uncut. You've got the Danny Inosanto fight in it. We didn't get it in the UK up until the special releases come out and stuff like that. Anyway, you get these alternate versions. I would give them a try. They are very cool to watch. Still the same movie, but a wee bit different. Give them a try. Alright, this is the one you should watch. Final Game. It's got all it's got the extended bits we got to see years later. It's got a log scene in it, and everybody can see the photographs, but they didn't exist. That's there. It's got a lot of making of and outtakes. It's on for about 2.5 hours. Watch it, brilliant. Body Swerve, give it a try, definite. Well, thank you for watching yet again. The video's running a wee bit longer than normal, just a couple of minutes. But that is my take on Game of Death and what I think of it. So you'll probably get your own opinions of the movie. Brilliant. Talk soon. Bye for now.